what I want to ask you now is, how old was he? We're talking about different times.
Mm-hmm.
How old was he when he actually got his diagnosis?
3.
Three. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Do you think it would have made it any better or any different had it been earlier?
I don't think you're going to get the level of behavioural presentation where they can make an assessment and say, yes, he has, until they get a wee bit older. I know girls are entirely different, so I only speak from the context of a male. But my son, it was the going backwards with the speaking. That happened in between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And that was the first sort of noticeable thing. And when you brought it up with other people would try and downplay it. That's not a medical professional. As soon as I mentioned it to my GP, they were like, well, no, you should have said something.
And you're so lucky with your GP. Some GPs will say, actually, let's leave it until they're a bit older, until they've gone to school.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what I want families to realise is, if you feel there is something wrong, that yes, go ahead, ask for that opinion, ask another opinion. You don't have to wait. The youngest child that's been referred to me is probably 18 months. That's really little.
Yep.
But mostly it's around about 2. Is there something you would have done differently to the way it played out?
No, there isn't actually. I think from the moment we were told that Keith may be on the spectrum, and we had our first appointment at the hospital, from that point onwards, it's just been. It is a waiting game. It's the only thing. There is nothing that you can do to make it happen earlier. If you're waiting 3 months for an appointment to be assessed, that's 3 months. There's a massive waiting list. You can't give people patience, but that'd be the one thing I wish that I could do differently, is just have more.
Right.
And more just deep breaths and sighs, and that's just the way it is. Move on.
Okay.
That's what I say about acceptance. There's a lot that people are going to be confronted with, and it's going to be. It all comes down to acceptance. If you're waiting 9 months, trust me, what you get after that meeting will be the launch pad. So trust me, 9 months is a short time to wait. When you consider the help you're going to get. So I just biggest one is patience, and just for you and for your little one, it's just patience.
Cool. You, Sue, was there anything that you would like to have seen that happened differently? I know you've said that following the diagnosis you did a lot of Googling.
Yep.
I would suggest to families that Googling isn't always the best thing.
No.
Because Google is not, it comes up with lots of exciting and different things.
Yeah.
So what would you have seen or like to have seen to be done differently? Or is there not?
Yeah, I think the process played out well in terms of time. But I agree with James with patience, and whether it's a factor of me, I think I was probably a bit of a niggly nana at one point, saying, when's Keith's appointment? What's going to happen? What happens after that? And wasn't I? I was saying, when does this happen? Who's he seeing? Why is that happening?
So you were the one that didn't have a lot of patience.
Yeah, and I think that was me. And also with regard to patience, a bit of advice for nanas and granddads with ASD grandchildren is that things just go with the flow, because a lot of things have to change. You might have plans for a family dinner or a picnic or barbecue or an outing or a trip to the beach or Mother's Day or Christmas or all those family get-togethers. And I know that before Keith started school, the number of times our outings got cancelled or our trips got plans got changed or things didn't happen. That was, there was countless. But
so for you, it was more around having a bit more of an understanding, as well as the patience, but an understanding of, would it be the process or the autism? Because
the autism, I think.
Because we didn't quite know by then, did you?
Yeah.
So
but another thing that related to that was when my grandson was almost 6, he got a sister.
Right.
And that's when, as a grandparent, I really felt the ability to step up, because things, you would plan a family trip to around a park or the movies or a barbecue. And the little girl was all excited and ready to go, and all of a sudden things don't happen because her brother's having a meltdown. That's where a grandparent can step up and you can take the other ones out while parents stay home. Or you can take your autistic grandchild and have them one-on-one while the family goes out. And that's I think the biggest support that a grandparent can give.
So it's not just the patience, but it's the understanding, and then on top of that, it's the supporting of your family, your child's children. Awesome, thank you.